Okay, so like I really don't want to get into the Tony thing anymore. I forgave him because I did because it, he's been a solid guy for the most part. He's not perfect, neither am I. None of us are. Um, People would say except God, but I look at God in a very different way, and Tony truly felt bad about it. Okay, look, usually I love how the Asians do my nails, but she did horrible. I asked her for coffin nails, and I said you could put a diamond in the middle finger, like do like either a diamond to call or like do it with the paint, right? And then she did the pearls on the it just looked horrible. I gave her a $2 tip. Normally I give like a $5 to a $10 tip. But like I'm getting older and I'm just like kind of like, no, like I kept telling you, and I'm not trying to be mean, but like, they're here. She's got to understand some English. Like she really does. And she was calling this rose gold. Like, I'm going over it. Like, you know, like, on my freaking feet is rose gold. Like, more, like, it looks sloppy, but yeah. And, like, by the way, Tony did not do this. That was from something else I already explained, okay? And he also did not hit me, but he knows it was violent when he did. I'm sure y'all can figure that one out, okay? But I don't really regret saying things like this because, it's something I've like been through, and I feel like with him it's a different case, but like, I don't want to talk about the dad, because he did a lot of good for me, but he hurt me, he played me, but like, when I finally did it back, like, I'm going to say the real truth, like, he didn't dog me out, he dogged those girls out, but like, yeah, I was definitely wifey, but it was embarrassing, super embarrassing. And, like, Tony's a good guy and has floated me. And even through when I've gone through relapses, like, I don't even want to be in that right now. But, like, the clinic was closed, and, subs don't really help me like that. Like, he takes them for energy, like, for some reason 10 years later, but whatever, 9, 8, whatever years later, 9, I think. But the thing is like, I want kids, and I noticed, and I try to tell him this a little bit, like, that I'm a Leo. Like, I like to go make money. Like, when I made money with him, he was like, oh, I knew that you were excited. It makes me feel like a whole person. I have to feel that. And I was always like that, even though I came from money. Like, I was always like that. I mean, my dad didn't always have it easy, but like, my mom's whole side of the family's all rich, And, the younger people on my dad's side have done well, and my dad's done well himself. But like, money doesn't make you happy. And I knew that. Like, I mean, that's why, like, I didn't care about going to the other side of tracks. And like, my dad used to say there was nothing good out there. And he was right. But I'll tell you one thing. When I was with Hallie, reading her stories, like the witches, and only people see me cry, in bed, and how she'd bring her toys in my room. There was no better feeling than that. And she wasn't even mine. She was related to me, but she wasn't mine. And you know, like I try to tell Tony, like, let's get up. Like, you know, he says he has a hard time sleeping if I can't sleep, but like he snores like a, you know, whatever. Like, he can't hear me right now. I can guarantee that. Anyway, like, you know, oh, I was gonna say, if your friend hits subscribe, you're free to talk about things nicely, like, you know, it, like whatever. You know, you can even ask me questions if it's nicely. You might want to do it on Instagram if you think I'm gonna flip out on you. No, but for real, like, there's just some things that you, like, you know, people come for me all the time. You know, like, I'll think someone's a friend, and, you know, Taylor, that's why I shout out, like, you know, Nikki's your sister. I know you love her, and you told me that, but you said you would have never said that, you know, because and another one of her friends said that they thought that was immature, and this friend, me and her are cool now, but like I've kind of heard that she's talked about me with random people, like, and I don't quite understand, like, you know, like I've heard like that she's talked about me, like, you know, even when I was with Ryan and stuff like that, and but she did say you're the mature one, um, but like, you know, she told Nikki that like I was so bad, and that like I was gonna like say something about her for her owing me money maybe like one day, and I never had. I didn't do it until she got into my relationship business and said that like Tony was never gonna love me. And well, that's pretty funny because he sure has done a lot to not love me. I mean, Tony does a lot for me. Does he buy you red bottoms? He said you were too thick. You just wanted to be in with the Rivera family, that's all. Like, you thought Ashley was pretty, like, you know, you heard he sold a lot of drugs, like, that's it. Like, you know, and it's sad because you're a pretty girl yourself. Like, you talk about, like, beautiful children, I can't have a child to save my life. Like, that's really not, like, good karma at all to say to a woman. Like, because I was in jail in Berkeley County, didn't listen to me when I was turning blue and I almost died. But Taylor, I appreciate your maturity. I was going to ask you a question. If you wanted to do something fun, actually, I'm sorry for like going in on your sister like that, but you know, like no one watches this, like, you know, the lives. It's not like on, you know, and there'll be like tons of videos, but you know, like when she wrote Grow Up Grace and then she wrote Tony, like, I'm not with the drama. And then he said, well, then why did you laugh at it? He said, you knew she was going to react that way. Like, it was just like she wanted all the smoke, you know, but I know that doesn't mean you did, you know, and I didn't say anything about you, you know, I don't have anything bad to say about you. And I also only looked out for her, really. Like, you know, like she talked about me with Leo. Not cool, you know, especially knowing what he put me through. Um, and still loves me, by the way. Yeah. And Sam does too, but at least Sam admits it. And Leo admits it too, actually. Like, but, you know, like, that's done. That's done, you know. Um, anyway, so I was going to see if you wanted to. Me and Tony are going to get married. We're going to have like probably a little marriage celebration like here, but I don't know exactly when it'll be because he wants to go like in July, on a cruise because my dad said that he'd like pay for our honeymoon or like for most of it or something. And like, so he wants to go on like a cruise to different like the Bahamas, like different islands for like like a week or something like that, and like different excursions. And I finally get a chance to dress up because no one here dresses up. And like, girl, I've been selling my clothes and like that I don't wear anymore, and freaking, it's just like, you know, um, that really wasn't. It's like, I always felt like I was always a really kind person. Like, even if something was so much, I would always throw in extra. Like, I really like don't get that. I don't get people like in their motives other than kissing ass like to somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, but you know, like, and if you were saying this about my sister and it was true, I would, hey, right hand of Jesus. Like, I mean, like, the truth is only the truth. Like when someone says something to me and like it's the truth, like I might get defensive for a second, but then I'll like be like, nah, shrug it off, because truth is truth. The time I get mad is when it's not true. You know what I mean? But anyway, we're going to California to get married, and where people might be able to guess by where I just said, but a lot of people don't know this is in California. So, if I could talk Tony into you coming, I would like that. Ashton's in Georgia and she doesn't seem to want to talk to me. I'll try to have her, come or whatever, but like, like I've tried with her a lot of times and I really just kind of tired of it. Like, she thinks that I should like gifts like or what that she wants, and like she got more money than me. Like, she has a house and her own car and everything. Like, as of now, she has more money than me. Maybe not later, but like as of now, she really does. And like, yeah, and also I want to dance. Um, I made a little money with Chuck the other night. If you want to talk to me about money, not just like that way and not tricking or anything like that. Like, there's a lot of ideas. Like, it's gonna take, if I work and I'm going to DMV tomorrow, like, and Tony takes me, then things can happen faster. Like, if we get productive stuff done every day, like, so yeah. Anyway, I would love for you, honestly, to be there, and like us to rent like an RV would be like so fun. I guess I'd have to let his homeboy come. I'd like Ashton to come. You and her would love each other. And like, I have a funny idea, like two bridesmaids kind of thing, and like it's kind of like for my dad because he loves the movie that this church is. Now I'm giving this all away, but and like we'd stop places and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I would just say like have a little money like for food or something, and maybe to pitch in a little if you can. I'll ask. I really would like someone I trust to come, like because he's gonna want to be looking at like cars and stuff like that, which is cool. But um, I want to be like doing like going to like Venice Beach and like LA, going into Sur, stuff like that. Like, Girl, we could end up on Vanderpump Rules. I'm just playing. Girl, they'd have to pay me to spend my life. I'm telling you. Whew.